All right, you know what it is. New York State troopers and National Guards take over New York City subway. New York City State troopers and National Guard take over New York City subway. Sit back, enjoy the ride. You already know what time it is. Let's get it popping. All right. All right, I just want to bring y'all this breaking news, man. New York State troopers and National Guards take over New York subway. Sit down, I'm going to sit back, let y'all hear this, know what time it is. Let's go.
But first tonight, Grand Central Terminal swarming with New York State troopers and members of the National Guard. It's part of Governor Hochul's new push to battle crime on the subways. Eyewitness News reporter Stephon Kim has details, including why the extra law enforcement is making some riders nervous.
At Grand Central Terminal tonight, during the thick of the evening rush, there was rhythm and blues in the background, drowned out by the relentless sound of the Metro card swipe. But in the foreground, there were M16s, part of the governor's 5-part plan announced today aimed at combating subway crime. 750 National Guard soldiers, 250 state troopers and MTA police,
Just open your bag really quick.
and more random bag checks.
To those who are feeling anxious whenever they walk through those turnstiles, we will stop at nothing to keep you safe.
Some riders, though.
All right, so that's what it is, man. New York State troopers and the National Guards, they took over the New York subway, just so you understand. They're going to have random backpack checks. You know, that reminds me of when I was in prison. Let's ride. All right. Now, when I was in prison, the way they used to do it is they'll roll up and they got metal detectors there. And in order to go through the metal detectors, you know, the police would, randomly stop you, even if the metal detector don't go off and pat you down. You walking down the compound, you got your gym bag with you, you got your bag with your law library paperwork, you trying to get out of prison. They're going to pull you over, they're going to pat you down randomly. Now, that's how they do it in prison. But what I don't understand is, how do they get away with doing that out here in a free society? You know, yes, there's a whole lot of violence going on. And like I always said, even from the drug game, because we be riding, even from the drug game, once you got guns and violence and murder, that's a problem. That's when they take extreme precaution. That's when they can get away with trampling over your rights and bringing the National Guards like you see they did. You know, something that's supposed to be as safe and common as the subway have National Guards. You tell a man 30 years ago, or a woman 30 years ago, that they're going to have National Guard troopers and state troopers and all this in the subway and M16s. They got M16 guns that our kids have to see, that we try and keep them innocent and pure and away from all of this. Now, your child is seeing, National Guard police with all the gear on. They see that on TV and you try and prevent them from seeing it. But with M16s, mommy, what's that? Is that a real gun? Could that kill somebody? It opens up so many doors. Now you done sparked a light in their head about a gun, a M16. And that's where the problems come in. But what we have to do is we have to come together as a people and stop the violence. We have to work together, because if we don't, they're going to come in and implement these rules the same way they did during the crack era. Remember the crack era? They went to Washington and all the black communities was complaining, and rightfully so, about all the violence and people being addicted and the crime and everything that was happening. So they went, to Washington to tell them to help them. So when they went to tell them to help them, of course, they don't really care about us. So what they did is they sat there, they went in their big offices and they made up laws and said, well, this is a chance for us to take, their people, their children, their loved ones from them and put them in a cage. They don't want to work out here in society. We put them in there and we get them to work in a Unicorn. They don't want to work out here in society, and pay taxes. So therefore, we put them to work in a Unicorn. The Unicorn is a prison factory that gets slave labor, period. Now, slave labor is, I know guys that get up in the morning in prison at 3 o'clock in the morning and go to work from 3 in the morning till 7 at night and get $17 a month. Now, that same person come out here and you tell them when they release, you could get a job at McDonald's or Wendy's or Burger King or Target getting $17 an hour. And they say, man, I'm not working for no $17 an hour. You work for $17 a day, my brother. This is what I was saying. Let me ride, man. Let me ride. So many people was going in and out of prison doing my 26 years and then coming right back. And I'm asking them, dude, what are you doing back? I said, man, it was hard out there. I couldn't survive. All I could get was a McDonald's job. I wasn't going to work at no McDonald's. I'm like, dude, but you get ready to get up, get dressed at 3 in the morning to go in the kitchen to wash pans until 7 at night for $17 a day. Make that make sense to me, Of course they couldn't. They say, yeah, but I'm not doing that while I'm free. Oh, so you have to be captured in order to work. You have to be captured in order to work. And you know what they say? Yeah, you already know I'm not working out there for nothing. That ain't me. What I look like, man. I'm going out there working for no white man for $17 an hour. Dog, you're in here $17 a day. Let's stop it. Let's move forward. We don't need to be doing this. So this is the type of thing that be happening, right? And that's what I don't understand, is that how our people could sit here and they need to be incarcerated in order to get structure. They're on the street, no structure because there's no supervision. They need supervision. Some people need to have somebody on their back to do the right thing. And that's what's sad. You have to know how to condition yourself to survive on your own, make your work plan, your goals, and make your agenda and do what you need to do. And that's all it is. It's not about somebody telling you what to do or how to do it. You can put together your plan to make whatever work for you. I put together a plan on YouTube, and that's what I've been sticking with. I don't care if I get 100 views, 100,000 views. I get enough people that call me on this number right here about the flash on the screen. That's 917-680-9091. They call, I answer. You leave a voicemail, I respond quicker. You leave a text, I respond second quicker. I'm talking about if you call and I don't answer. But now, I definitely respond to my calls when I get a chance so y'all understand. But we have to find our lane, man. We have to find our lane, and we have to find a legal lane. I'm not trying to lose y'all to go and take the prison cell that I left, so that's why I'm doing these videos. Look what they're doing in New York. New York State troopers and National Guards, they have M16s in the subway. They got 750 National Guards that they put in the train station in New York, and 250 state troopers. National Guard. And you know what's crazy? Look what's going on in Haiti. They could have sent them right over there to Haiti to try and help that situation before it got out of control like it's in now. But nobody was thinking about Haiti. Why? You already know. But, just so y'all fully understand what's going on, man, we have to police ourselves. We have to police ourselves. We have to tell ourselves using empathy. Empathy means putting yourself in the next person's shoes and having sympathy for the next person. Empathy, you know what I mean, is what we need. In other words, you don't rob somebody and take their jewels because you wouldn't want nobody to take from you. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, they went and told Washington during the crack era that they needed help. Instead, they just locked us all up. They said, lock them up and throw away the key. We don't need to worry about it. We don't need to worry about them. That's simple, cut, dry, and to the point. We don't need to worry about them. Now they lock us up, and a decade go by, our kids are growing up without fathers. They got no guidance. They going left field. They committing violence. They committing crime. They not going to school. They not working, and they're doing worse than we was doing because they have no supervision because we dropped the ball and wound up in prison. So we have to pick the ball up now as the elders to put our children, the youth, back on the right track because we dropped the ball. Our parents told us right from wrong. My mother told me don't sell drugs. My mother told me go to school. My mother told me to get an education. I didn't want to hear none of that. You know what I mean? But she at least tried. But now when we got locked up, there was no one to tell them to go to school, get an education, and get your life together. So instead, moms went to work and left them home watching MySpace, and then came YouTube and everything else, and they picked up all this craziness going on. It got to the point where now everybody watches YouTube to look for drama and violence. Everybody watches YouTube to look for drama and violence. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. We don't need to do none of that. We need to come together. You YouTubers, we need to get positive message out there instead of just worrying about making a YouTube dollar. Because if you poison the community, you make millions of dollars from YouTube, and then you, your family, or your loved ones wound up getting killed or hurt out there on the streets because we put out the wrong propaganda. Did you see that? It's going to come around again. Look at the little picture on the side. You see this M16s, man. National Guard and state troopers, while you just trying to go on your day-to-day tour, make you feel like you're in a war zone or you being watched. I want to know in the comments what y'all think of that. Put in the comments, do you think that, you know, the National Guard and state troopers, you know, is needed in the subway? And how would or do you, if you experienced it in New York City, feel knowing that you walking in the train and you seeing the National Guard there like that? You know, you walk in and, you know, you seeing, you know, you go to put your MTA card in, figure I'm going to go check my aunt, and you see, you know, dude playing music on the side like you see behind me. And then now here comes, you know, the M16, you know? Now, you see a man with an M16 like that in the subway, you got your kids with you. How do you explain that? You know, do you think that's wanted, warranted, or needed? Or all of the above, or none of the above? Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Make sure, where my joint at, man? Make sure you cop the book. You already know, A Roar in Harlem at roarinharlem.com. They got 4.5 stars on Amazon, so my haters and rat bastards, you know, complain to Amazon. You know, I hate that I'm doing so good up there, you know? But these stories is to prevent you from going down the wrong path. If anyone want to talk to me, my Cash App is up there, right? And make sure you hit the logo. It says it was created in 2020. I do not have a picture of me in my logo. That's one of those rat bastards. And there's my phone number on the screen, 917-680-9091. 917-680-9091. I respond to voicemails first, then texts, but I definitely answer if I'm not doing nothing. So if you call, I don't answer. Don't just hang up. Leave a voicemail. I will respond. But remember, time is valuable. That's why my Cash App is on the screen. Follow me at YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Unique Mecca Audio. And there go to Cash App. Been on here long enough. Just wanted to tap in. Make sure you check out the videos on Haiti, because I just wanted to bring y'all some current affairs for some things that I'm quite sure you're not aware of. How many of y'all watching this knew about the National Guard in the subway station with the state troopers? So, look, that's 1,000, you know, National Guard soldiers and state troopers that they added to one station in the subway. They could do random bag checks. They could do, you know, so what they basically they bringing stop and frisk back. You know what I mean? Basically, you walking through and you in a hurry and they want to stop you, talk about they want to search your bag. You don't want to see them there as it is. And then all of a sudden now they want to, you know, hold you up so you can miss your train or go late to where you're going to work or whatever because they want to look through your bag. You know, all this is new, is newly implemented. So it's all just a matter of where do we go from here? What do we do? What is going on? You know what I mean? So like I said, make sure you follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Unique Mecca Audio. Cash App is on the screen. I'm about to tap out. Been here long enough, and you already know the routine. You know, where's that again? Let me get my joint, man. You know, cop the book of Roar in Harlem, man. All right? Let's tap out. Bang.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. Mecca
go.
what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this.
Real.
Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio.
Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio.
And we gon' do it like we gon' do it like we keep it moving like we gotta do it like
Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whiny. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. They be horn uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now you trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend a ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community yours. So we can give back to the youth them. Cause they the truth them. And bless up to all the root men.